Happy Sunday, guys. Good Sunday morning. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. I am Hewlin. If you're new here, hey. Thank you for coming. If you're not, what up, though? Not me closing out the last vlog talking about spiritual warfare and literally going to sleep last night and experiencing it all over again. Opening this vlog today, not heavy but heavy, because we gotta chat. Listen, crew, we gotta chat. Because why does the enemy keep trying to attack me in my sleep? Quite literally, and God keeps blocking it, and I'm so grateful for him. I'm so grateful for him, because normally in these type of dreams I will fall for the okie doke. And I will be knocking boots with a spirit, not even understanding that was a spirit. Like, the eye-opening fact of that, when that happened, when I was told that, and like, it was just incredible, because I was like thinking back to all the times that it was happening, or that it had happened, that I could remember and recall, and what I might have been going through at the time. Baby, listen, the enemy is tricky, crafty, and will try every which way, because he knows he can't get me in the daytime no more, right? Trying to put a stronghold on my mind by overwhelming me or giving me fear. Like, I'm quick. We gonna cast that down. We gonna go ahead and pray about it. We gonna bring it to the Lord. The Lord's gonna help. But when I'm asleep, I don't know. Dream self. Listen, if you can hear me, pray. Start praying in your sleep, girl, because trying to make covenant with me in my sleep is insane, and it keeps happening. It's literally been happening every night for the past few nights. And yesterday, the urge to sleep with this spirit was big, like it was higher. And maybe because I had literally just talked about it, I had literally just talked about casting it down, I literally just talked about praying over it. And I'm like, but God keep blocking it, because every time we tried, whatever the scenario was, something got in the way. Something kept me from doing it. Something pulled me into the bathroom, or I feel like I was watching myself in this dream, which is crazy. And not like out of body experience, just like right now, like it feels like I was in like third person view. It's insane. Anyway, my point is, he gonna keep coming, and I'm gonna keep praying, and I'm gonna keep casting him down, and I'm gonna keep rebuking him, and I'm gonna keep binding him, and I'm gonna keep loosing myself of him. Like, you got to go. First of all, you have no power. If you did, then we would have slept together. That's just that. I would have slept with whatever demon you sent my way, whatever spirit you sent my way to try to distract me, to try to get me to sleep with it. No. And there's no way that you're gonna bring back this spirit of lust that I used to deal with. No. That's bound, that's rebuked, that's cast down in the name of Jesus. Like, I've already won that. So you can't come back over here trying to do that no more. It's just like that. You can't come back over here trying to do that no more. It literally has no power over me, because I have the power. I say what's up. And then me and God, we are in cahoots with each other, dog. Like, so we say what's up. I'm mad because it disturbed my sleep. I'm mad because it disturbed my sleep so many times. Like, I will fall asleep and it would happen again. And I'm just like, come on, dog. Like, leave me the F alone, because I'm sick of you. Aren't you sick of me? Aren't you sick of me? You ain't catching me. And let's chat. Listen. When I say that this stuff, first of all, it's real. When I say that this stuff is, it's just annoying. And if you're going through it, I'm telling you, the biggest thing you can do is get down on your knees and pray. And you don't even got to get on your knees. Child was in this car this morning. Lord, help. Like, get this little ninja out of here, because it's so annoying. Again, when I didn't know, because when you don't know, you don't know. I was participating like a mug, having fun in my dreams, okay? Having fun. No, we're not doing that no more. You cannot have my mind, because that is the gateway. Soon as I let you in that space, you start clouding everything in my life, in my everyday life, like all day, every day. No. This is how you get the stronghold, and they could bring the fear, they could bring the overwhelmness, they could bring like drama, just procrastination, overthinking. Like, no. And friend, if you're going through it, I'm telling you, get in your prayer. Like, my prayer closet is the car. Straight up. I get a car and I start. It goes down in my car. Okay? But wherever you pray, I don't care. I don't care if people are around. Stop and pray. Dog, this is not a game. This is not a game. And I'm saying it here because I'm letting the enemy know, like, it's not a game. I got soldiers just like you do. How about that? How about we all praying for each other? How about that? Because, like, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. So, yeah, that was how my night went. I'm on my way. It's Sunday. It is, what time is it? 7:20? 7:20. I'm on my way to serve at church. I'm serving for both services. Omar might be home with the baby today. You know, baby with that toddler who be trying to run my life. I don't know. He said he didn't know if he was coming. So, yeah. This is what my day looks like today. This morning, not even for the day, because we have a what do we have tonight? It's Sunday. I would usually go home and chill. I'm supposed to shoot content. I got 2 things to do. 2 things on my to-do list. And then I need to get out to, I think we're having a leadership night for the church, so I need to show up there. Aside from that, that's it. That's pretty much the day. So yeah, remember, the enemy has no power. Pray about it. Give it all to the Lord. Let him know what you're struggling with. Let him know what you're struggling with. Let him know what you need help with. Let him know what's going on so that he can do what he needs to do. And if you feel like the Lord isn't helping or the Lord isn't answering you on your time or whatever, just remember that sometimes you're right where he wants you to be, even when you're in the middle of a storm or in the middle of spiritual warfare. You're right where he needs you to be because he needs to sharpen you. So I'm aware that even if he don't send this little less covenant making demon away, that it is in me to do it. It is in me to keep fighting, and that I'm fighting it for a reason, because something is about to come and he needs me to be strong. So just remember that too, because I don't want you to think it's all sunshine and butterflies because you prayed and you casted it down, that it's just gonna leave just like that. Not if the Lord needs you to be fighting. So take that in consideration. Take it to the Lord, and I'm gonna holler at y'all because I need to go get me some Starbucks and get to church. All right, bye. Wednesday. Hey, welcome to my Wednesday, guys. Yeah, did not pick up my camera yesterday. So sorry. The day was the day, though. The day was the day. I did what I needed to do, and that was that. And I had a good time having Bible study at the house. It always turns into a chat, so yeah, we had fun. It was great. Sorry you guys couldn't be there, but I'm currently headed to the shop. About to do some hair, and then yeah, back to everyday normal routines, guys. Woo. I'm like, what is this week looking like? I don't even know. I think me and my husband were talking about going out tomorrow for date night, so we might have a new place to review. So there's that. Aside from that, nothing's been really going on. I've been chilling. Quite literally, been chilling. I know the word that I got from last week was Selah, and I've been having to use that a lot this week. Literally been having to stop and pause in the moment and be like, stop and pause, take a breather, consult the Holy Spirit, and then move when or if he says move, or when or if he says talk. Like literally, that's kind of been my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday so far. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I've also, it's funny because I talk about boundaries a lot, and I realized that I've been struggling with enforcing my boundaries with certain people. And because of that, like, it takes away my peace because I'm not. The boundaries are to protect you and to protect your peace. They're not to be mean. They're not to like harm others. It's actually to protect you. But the struggle is upsetting someone you love, or making them feel like you don't care, anything like that. But it's like, it's your boundary, so like they should also care about your boundary, because the boundary is put in place for your protection and your peace. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. I've been trying to like walk through that. I know I want to talk about that, but I know I just need more language on what's happening with that, because I literally was like, dang, I really am struggling to like put this boundary in place, because yeah, I can't talk about everything because I don't have language for it completely yet. But when I do, we're gonna have a chat. So yeah, I'm about to order me some Starbucks because I haven't had my coffee for the day. I had a lot to do this morning. Today's my rest day from the gym, so I didn't go to the gym. I got up at 7, did my morning routine with him, had time with God, spent time with my husband, paid a few bills, and now I'm headed to work. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna, get this coffee in my system, and then we'll have our chat. Oh, I need to order it. Okay, so Starbucks ordered, and now I'm headed to go get it, and then I'm gonna go to work. So let's go do some hair, guys. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy vlog day. Happy vlog day. So it is the very next day. After I left work yesterday, I was just feeling really spiritually heavy. Like, a lot of stuff was going on at one time. A lot of revelation was happening. And a lot of it I cannot talk about right now, but we are gonna have a chat. I came home, kind of just fell into the groove of home and everything that I needed to do. And kind of just needs to get like in my word. Like, I just get in my word, get into prayer. Like, I just need all that stuff to happen. I could not pick up my camera at the time. Like, it just wasn't the thing. So here we are, next day. And I'm about to just curl my hair because I'm about to shoot some content. Well, I'm about to curl my hair and do my makeup. We're gonna chat, and then I'm probably gonna get quiet in the middle because y'all know as I be doing my hair, I also be shooting content about that. So, but we're gonna chat. Get your tea. Okay. I feel like we talked about setting down expectations. We've talked about validation seeking. We've talked about a lot of things. And I've gone deeper on the pod. So like, if you really want to go and like really get some insight on my thoughts on that, hit the pod. Lord have mercy. That sound is just so loud all the time. Today we're going to talk about boundaries. And how to, I am still learning what my boundaries are because I am still in the season of becoming. I am a person who would people please a lot. So I didn't have boundaries, and I would also have boundaries with maybe the wrong people sometimes, or the struggle that I'm finding I'm having is setting boundaries with people that I love, right? Because I am so, when I'm in a good space with somebody, I don't want to rock the boat. But it was also said to me, like, if your boundaries rock the boat with people that you either love or in relationship with, whatever, then that's a problem. And I was like, dang, that is. And like, the fact that I feel anxiousness over putting a boundary in place is even worse, because your boundaries are supposed to keep your peace. Your boundaries are supposed to protect you. We talked about expectations versus boundaries, right? And so like they're there to protect you, and everybody's not going to agree with them. Everybody's not supposed to. They're not supposed to understand. They don't have to. They should understand, but they don't have to. It's not for you to place them for validation. Like, they are there. Your boundaries are set. You and God came up with them. If I'm being honest, like, it wasn't something I came up with by myself in my flesh. No, I prayed about these things, and God said, no, we're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. So I'm setting boundaries.
Maybe when I say it's hard, when you actually have to do that thing, it's so hard because it'll go against your flesh or it'll go against the person who used to be or like your natural instinct, right? And so before I set the boundary, I pray about it because I need to make sure that like that is what God wants me to do because sometimes I feel like the boundaries aren't mine. Like they're set by the Lord. Like he's saying no and no is no. Or he's saying yes, even when my flesh tells me I don't want to. So yeah, I had to take it back to God and I was praying about it. And he was like, no, you need to put a boundary in place. And not to hurt the person, not to cause friction. It's not about none of that. It's about your peace. You don't have peace right now, because you're not being heard, you're not being listened to, and the conversation is not being had that needs to be had. So now you have to put a boundary in place. So because you being cut off from having conversation, now no conversation is happening. Everything is a no. Like for that thing. Like it doesn't mean everything always, but I'm just speaking specific to something that I can't really divulge because I I'm not at liberty to put other people's business out there. So I'm just putting my business out there. So it was a situation where conversation over. Conversation over. I think when people say things that they don't mean or out of their own pride, it gets them in trouble and not in trouble like a bad like oh a spanking or anything like that because I'm nobody's mama but Samira in seventh. So instead, you got to stand on what you say, especially as an adult who speaks to other adults. Like you said what you said and like stand in it and now mean it and here's the boundary now. Like um so yeah, it's a sticky situation. It's hard. It's hard to put up your boundaries with people that you love, that you care for, that you want to be there for. But sometimes overextending yourself and doing the most for people will have them unappreciative of what you've already been doing. So if you do put up a boundary or you do use the word no, it's like, but it's like, no, I have a right to say no. I also have a right to have questions. I also have a right to, how do I say this? Because I'm trying not to, again, put people business out there. I have a right to say or correct something that you may have done that crossed the boundary and still try to help. But if the help is not, or yeah, like, and I have a right to correct a boundary you've crossed. And if that correction leads to your flesh fleshing up, that's really what it was, right? Or is, then I have a right to then enforce said boundary without feeling like I'm about to have repercussions or that the boat is gonna be rocked or we're not gonna talk anymore. Like if it ends, if you feel like any of that is gonna happen, that says a lot about the relationship you have with that person. That's number one. Number two, if it does happen, that's a hard like relationship cut off. Now, sometimes that might be with family. It doesn't mean you cut family off, right? It just means you no longer have access in this capacity to me. And that's just real. It doesn't matter who you are. Because what is happening is you're making me anxious. Like dealing with this problem is making me anxious. No. We don't claim anxiousness and we don't do things that make us anxious. So no. If it disturbs my peace, no. And I have a right. It's my peace. And especially if I'm taking it back to the Lord and the Lord is telling me no. One thing I'm not going to do is be disobedient for anybody. Nobody, not even my husband, nobody can make me be disobedient to what I'm hearing from the Lord. And I am in close proximity with him. So I know what he's saying to me. And if it don't align with what's going on, baby, boundary, boom, set in place. So yeah, the struggle of setting boundaries, I feel you guys. Like if you understand, then you understand. There's some people, who may not struggle with that or may have never struggled with that. And I like to you, But baby, when I say that was one of the, it was a hard thing. It took me all day to really, because I was really trying to understand. I wanted to understand why I needed to set the boundary. I wanted to understand why I was feeling so much about setting the boundary, because there are situations with other people where it's just like hard no, hard yes. I don't feel nothing about it. But I think that was just a tribute to the fact that like that person is close and I have a lot of love, you know, like, and I feel protection and a need to want to help and all that stuff. But it's like the way the situation played out is why it's a no. It's like, well, another boundary of mine is I'm not arguing with nobody. You're gonna argue with yourself. You're also gonna, like, you can, I'm not over explaining myself. Over explaining myself feels like arguing. Like I have to argue a point. I don't have to argue anything. I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to like reiterate what me and God already know. God sees it. God saw. So like, what my answer to everything is okay. Because I'm not going back and forth. I don't need to explain myself. Furthermore, when I open, if I open the floor for conversation and then I am shut down, the answer is gonna be okay forever. Okay. Because why would I? Yeah, why would we argue? There's that more to say. You have your thoughts, I have mine. God saw the truth. And that's just the end of that. Get better at setting boundaries, guys. Pray about those boundaries. Make sure they're not aligned with your flesh and that they're aligned with like actual keeping your peace and like being still aligning with like what God wants you to do or be or who you are. Because some people use situations and their flesh will flesh, and then they'll use that as a boundary, like, or an excuse to put in place a boundary that was never supposed to be there. So it's kind of like you got to take everything back to the source. We talk about that all the time, guys. I'm also vlogging on my other camera because my husband left with my DJI and I was kind of mad, but I'm also like, yay, we're back at the same angle. Yay, look at us. But yeah, I'm vlogging with the old camera. It's fine. It's all gonna look the same anyway to y'all, but to me, it just looks very different. Yeah, I didn't even get to curl my hair. We just talked. I'm about to curl my hair though, so I guess you guys can watch that. I want to put some wand curls in it.